So a huge announcement from NVIDIA today. They've just revealed plans to manufacture AI supercomputers completely from start to finish in the US. That includes their next generation Blackwell chips, which are expected to power some of the most advanced AI models we've ever seen. And this isn't just a big tech update, it's a massive shift in the global supply chains and the power balance of AI development and technology. So the plan, as it's been laid out by NVIDIA, is that the Blackwell chips are already being made at the TSMC lab in Phoenix, Arizona. Those chips are then going to be sent to Texas, where NVIDIA is building 2 new facilities, one in Houston and one in Dallas, through partnerships with both Foxconn and Wistron. That's where the chips will then be assembled to complete AI supercomputers. According to NVIDIA, these systems will be built from silicon to systems, entirely on US soil, and full-scale production is expected to begin in the next 12 to 15 months. And they're not doing this halfway, because NVIDIA is saying they're committing up to $500 billion in investment over the next 4 years to build our AI infrastructure in the US. That includes manufacturing, supply chains, and ecosystem partnerships. So why does this really matter, and why is this announcement going to blow up over the next week? First, it's about supply chain resilience. So right now, a huge chunk of the world's most advanced chips are made in Taiwan. That puts a huge amount of pressure on the market for chips, and there are multiple reasons for that. Partly because only Taiwan has these really advanced chip fabrication facilities and there is limited output, and partly because of concerns over things like China's aggression towards Taiwan and threats of invasion. So international economies and tech companies like NVIDIA are never going to feel secure while chip manufacturing is centered in just Taiwan. They're insulating themselves from this risk of China and trade disruptions and future shortages. Then there's the other angle, which is the national policy. So the US government has been pushing really hard to bring semiconductor manufacturing back into the US. Between the CHIPS Act and the mounting concern over the over-reliance on foreign fabricators, like in Taiwan, there's been massive political momentum and a lot of money pushed behind this domestic technology production. So NVIDIA's move lines perfectly up with what the US government already wants. And then there's the economic impact in that it's not just a flashy AI project. This is going to involve huge factories and tens of thousands of jobs directly, as well as potentially hundreds of thousands of jobs down the line in related industries such as the logistics side or the material side. And it also massively helps cement the US as a serious player in the global AI kind of arms race, not just as a software leader in the terms of companies like OpenAI, but also as a hardware and infrastructure powerhouse too. So now to focus a little bit on the star of the show, which is the Blackwell chip. This is NVIDIA's next generation architecture, built specifically to handle these insane computational demands of modern AI. So we're talking, trillion parameter models, stuff that makes GPT-4 look lightweight. Each Blackwell GPU is expected to offer massive improvements in performance and efficiency compared to the Hopper architecture that powers the current high-end systems. NVIDIA themselves claims it will deliver up to 4 times the training performance and 30 times better inference efficiency, while using significantly less power. And power has been a big concern as well, because especially as the kind of race for AI builds momentum and these data centers get bigger and bigger and the power draws get larger and larger, a lot of these city grids are now not able to support both the city and the data center. These chips will be at the core of future supercomputers, machines designed to train and run the most advanced AI models in existence. And so now we have US-based production. That level of capability is likely to advance even faster because it's so much more secure now, and there's going to be a lot more investment. The shift for NVIDIA here is that they're not just a chip manufacturer anymore. They're a full stack AI infrastructure provider. So they're providing the chips, the systems, the software, the networking, everything. So NVIDIA now own more of the hardware pipeline, and they're keeping it domestic. So they have more control over the quality, more control over the logistics, and much more control over availability. One of the biggest bottlenecks will likely be computing power. So for the US to have this manufacturing domestically, especially with partners like TSMC and NVIDIA, who are the biggest names today in technology. They are in essence securing themselves as the world leader in artificial intelligence. I think now is where we're seeing the shift in AI, not just in governmental attitude to it and how seriously they take things like access to chips for computational power, but also AI going from being just software and models to now it's becoming factories and fabrication facilities and supercomputers the size of warehouses, and having to have all of that logistics to support it. It's going to be really interesting seeing where all of this goes and what lessons are learned from having this mesh of NVIDIA and TSMC building hardware in the US. So I'd love to hear what you think about this news. Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video, then please think about subscribing.